It's just about game time. The Blazers never looked more confident.
Hey, Kevin. Well,
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Brooklyn, Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then there's Griffin, and it's Irving in at the 2. Griffin can't get it to fall. And so it's Covington who brings up the ball for Portland. And the officials call a traveling violation. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
Wow, the speed of Lillard, so masterful and making decisions in the fast break situations.
Harden the pass to Irving. Out to Harris. There's the pass to Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And Harden loves getting contact on his shots, showing off his true muscle and level of concentration.
Lillard against Harden. Lillard looking around. Kicks it out to McCollum. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
You got to know McCollum is looking to fire off the pass. This is why you must play up on him.
In the corner, Irving with it. Back to Harden for the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Harden's got 5 now.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry them offensive load.
Here's Lillard, and the shot goes in.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone. And last season, Lillard doing more playmaking than prior years, a career high in assists for him.
Well, we all know that Dame can score whenever he wants to. This team is better when he's setting others up. Lillard knows that. I expect him to continue to spread the ball around.
Now, here is Irving. It's Harden with the drive, and the slam by Blake Griffin.
Oh, yeah. That's the right way to play Griffin. Tough, physical defense, but even that isn't enough if you let him get inside.
Harden against Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Puts the move on, and it's good on the layup.
Oh, the closer Nurkic is to the basket, the more dangerous he is. A solid interior scorer.
Irving against McCollum. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Back to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Action coming off the assist from KD.
And you can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his team.
Lillard with it. He has 5. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Covington. Makes it off the glass.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
In the corner, Irving with it. Harris passes to Irving. Back to Harris. The 3. And the Nets, another 3.
This is what a leader does. Irving, good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. Back to Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
A pick-and-roll master. You got to respect how decisive Lillard is. I mean, he often makes great decisions.
And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. They trail by 1. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Irving, good.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Harden against Lillard. From deep. Rebounded by the Nets. High post, KD. Looking on Nurkic. Irving with the ball. Now Covington defending. Shoots over Covington. A putback, and Griffin stays with it.
And the timing Griffin has on the glass, he seems to know exactly when to leap up for rebounds.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Lillard outside. Dishes it to Nurkic. A 3 from McCollum. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
And you see this so often. League-wide. Ending the period with a three-point attempt.
And a high score. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
But just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend energy.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers, we've got Anthony. Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then there's McCollum, and it's Simons in at the point.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Dinwiddie finds Green. Misses the 3.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. It's stolen by Brown. And Jordan has it in the corner. All sorts of time. And an air ball on that one. Way off. Portland trailing here.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
Lobbed up there for Collins. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
That's number 2 on him already. Third foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some time.
Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. And a switch here also for Portland. Powell's checked in. Now here's Dinwiddie. Defense is right there. Brown with it. He's picked up by Collins. Lets it go from deep. And it's Brown missing. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Claxton with the bucket. There's 1:54 left in the second quarter. Simons the pass to Cantor. Pass to Simons. It's hauled in by Claxton. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Brown inside. He's against Cantor. And it's good. 2 points. And the Nets lead by 1.
Good job taking advantage of the size mismatch. There's no way that jumper's getting blocked.
Passes it to Powell. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That is his first foul of the game. James Harden, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Lillard. 7 points in the game. And then Lillard slams it in.
And don't sleep on Lillard's vertical. When he's going strong to the bucket, he's capable of throwdowns like these.
Harden scanning the floor. And the rejection by Collins. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden. Brooklyn making some changes. Griffin's checked in for Green. Durant comes in for Bruce Brown. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Dinwiddie. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Zach Collins. And Jones subbed in for Anthony. Now here's Lillard. 9 points in the game so far. And finished off by Nurkic.
I like to see this Lillard. Patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Nets trail by 3. And there's the pass to Claxton. Outside, KD. 24 seconds left here in the second. Claxton with the bucket.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
Now, here's Lillard. It's hauled in by Claxton. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And he comes up with the deuce.
The bearded one's mid-range jump shot, money. I mean, he has a great feel for when to shoot from it.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Nets. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that's...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter. Sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Durant. And it's Griffin in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game. Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound is going to come down. Well timed.
Look at the energy Lillard plays with. He doesn't give in to the defense. He's superb at scoring despite getting hit.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. Free throw good. Damian Lillard. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently, how about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers?
Wow, hammering it in.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. Stolen by Durant.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball secure. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half. A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's two really unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
Irving double team. It's Durant on the wing. Launches a three. Lillard with the rebound. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. A 2-point game. Stolen by Harden. And again, Brooklyn running the court in transition. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. In the corner, Irving with it. Back to Harden. To the paint. It's tipped. Outside for Durant. Nets passing it around. Clock at 6. Right at the free throw line. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double digits assists the year they played him at point guard. And he makes you pay for sending help.
Harden the pass to Durant. Oh, Griffin in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
A big man with major ups. I mean, Griffin wants to use his athleticism as much as possible.
Lillard against Harden. Here is Lillard. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And a new group in for the Nets. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Portland also making some changes. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Derek Jones in for Damian Lillard.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
And taken away by Brown. Here's Irving. Finished off the break. Irving's got the game tied up here for the Nets.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Simons, the pass to Carmelo. Feeds to Cantor. Intercepted. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up the road.
He kicks to Irving. Back to Green. To the inside. Claxton. Outside Irving. To the middle. Here's Claxton. Second chance shot. And Cantor pulls it down. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Jones, the pass to Collins. Jones kicks to Cantor. With his first shot attempt, and off the glass. That one's good. Cantor's got his first points in this one.
A true inside-outside player. We know Cantor can hit a 3, but he's at his best closer in.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dinwiddie. Here's Claxton. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Here's Simons. And the miss.
Look, I appreciate the effort from Irving. You like seeing him get a hand up in time to contest shots.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for Portland, they've got McCollum, Anthony out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell, and it's Simons in at the point guard position.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you just want to keep fighting, you do your best, and you live with the results.
Durant kicks to Griffin. 9 feet out. That's good, and it's KD with the assist. Durant's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Simons, defended by Griffin. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. McCollum outside. The rebound by the Nets. And now the fast break. Durant with the ball. Green, no luck.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. The good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And Griffin sends it back.
And what is huge, whenever Griffin comes up with blocks, I mean, you'd love to see him be more consistent in this area.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And they go to the intentional foul. So for the Nets, Harris is checked in for Green. And it's James Harden in for Brown. And then for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Jones comes in for C.J. McCollum. And Damian Lillard is subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open, and Harden finds it.
And a deep three from Lillard. He's off on that one. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. It's Harden with the drive. Griffin can't get it to go in. Trailblazers trail by 4. Lobs it up for Cantor. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. And then Durant with the dunk.
When he's out in the open floor and has a head of steam, there really isn't any way you can slow him down.
Harden against Lillard. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Got to admire the passion Lillard plays with. He knows he loves having the ball in his hands.
Harden outside. Inside. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Zach Collins checked in for Portland. Robert Covington comes in for Norman Powell. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Lillard against Harden. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
And Lillard is known for being a clutch shooter. He's the guy they go to. He's the guy they believe in.
Nets leading by 4. Pass to KD. The feed now to Griffin. Over cancel. And Griffin scores. The assist by Durant.
Coming alive down the stretch. I like how Griffin commands the ball when the game is on the line.
Lillard with no one around. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Outside, KD. Harden outside. Yes!
Oh, man, there's no denying that Harden nails these shots all the time. Love how he just takes over these possessions.
Lillard attacking. Tries again. It's in! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Look at Enes Kanter maintaining that competitive energy. Finds a big shot to keep them in it.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. From deep, Harden. And Kanter pulls it down.
And it's all about the 3 right here.
That's what they need to tie it. Boy, what a game this has been.
And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And an intentional foul right there. He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Well, the former #1 overall pick. Tremendous success early in his career. Irving continues to find ways to improve. And it's a wrap. Any chance they may have had for a comeback just went out the window with those free throws.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
I mean, think about the length. He's such a unique player. He uses his length. That's my man, stretch arm stroke. He's basically a 7-foot.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And for the Nets, they've got Kyrie Irving. Joe Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And it's Jordan in at the center position. Harden, no good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Holiday finds Giannis. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harden the pass to KD. Holiday against Irving. And Harden now, top of the key. And the jam by Harden.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And, you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues on that track, I think he's going to make an impact at that end as well.
Here's Holiday. James Harden with the rebound. And here are the Nets. And Katie, here we go. Irving with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Harden kicks to Jordan. Lopez with the block.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul. It's his first trip to the line. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harden surveying the D. Irving passes to Harden. Irving against Holiday. Irving dishes to Durant. Harden outside. Just 4 to shoot. And stolen by DiVincenzo. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And Giannis throws it down.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
Harden outside. KD on the wing. Outside Irving. Over Holiday. Jordan, great positioning on the putback.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
Outside Holiday. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Traps in the tray. Greg, you and I talk about the big man, his role in the current NBA, and how they can possibly carry the standard for the great centers before them. And you played with the great one in Patrick Ewing, so you have a great appreciation, I would think, for him.
Oh, no doubt about it. And I think 2 guys kind of separated themselves a little bit. Nikola Jokic and Joel Embiid, I think, are the 2 guys that stand out for me because of their ability, in essence, to do everything well. They can shoot it, they pass it, they can shoot it from the free throw line, they give you rim protection. I throw Rudy Gobert up there as an elite center as well. Doesn't have the offensive impact that those guys have, but he does impact the game as well.
3 young, dynamic centers. Those are good names. Here is Harden after Drew Holiday's score. Pops it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
There's a minute left in the first quarter. And the pass to Giannis. Goes back up. And the layup is up and in. Giannis has got 7 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Pass to Harris. Durant down low. Giannis is there. KD passes to Jordan. Stolen by Holiday. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
It is simply amazing to watch Antetokounmpo sprint the floor like an Olympic track star, covering up so much ground with those long strides the way he does.
Now here's Harden. Down low, Antetokounmpo with the ball. He's picked up by KD. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I tell you, that's why Antetokounmpo is so feared league-wide. I mean, when he's close to the rim, he's most likely going to flush it on you.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Milwaukee on top, up 8. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. We recently caught up with Drew Holiday, who talked about some trouble.
Being able to go through adversity and come out strong.
And, Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bucks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
We've got Green. Also out there, Joe Harris. And it's Brown in at the 2. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now, here's Tucker. 5 on the clock. Middleton outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And Middleton, the former second-round pick now, has put a lot of work in on his game. I mean, a ton of work. Really carving out a nice spot in the league as a result of his hard work.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Dinwiddie kicks to Green. Pass to Claxton. They kick it out to Green. Brown outside. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The Nets need to get a shot off here. And here's Green outside. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And Green's become a dependable three-point threat. If you don't get a hand in his face, he can certainly knock those down.
Forbes the pass to Teague. And he banks in the layup. And the Bucks lead by 7.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Green, and the layup's good off the glass. Green's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And Teague, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, you could see how Teague was probing the defender there, seeing if he could catch him leaning and drive to the rim. Nicely done.
Dinwiddie kicks to Harris. No good with the triple.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
That one goes in. Forbes has got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks.
Boy, dictating the action. That's what Forbes does here on the drive. And that's what I tell him to keep doing.
Here's Dinwiddie following the bucket by the Bucks. Now the feed to Green. It's Solomon to Kumbo. One-on-one here. Here's Portis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. And it's an 11-point Bucks lead.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide-open man and dropping the dime.
On the wing, Harris. Outside, Green. Dinwiddie outside. 1:09 left in the first half of the game. Great D that time from Teague. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
You know, that's what Forbes has to do now. He's got to be aggressive, force the defender into a tough spot, and be ready to handle that contact.
A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Kevin Durant comes in for Jeff Green. Irving's checked in for Harris. And it's James Harden in for Dinwiddie. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Drew Holiday in for Jeff Teague. Trying to get open is Lopez. Forbes can't get it to go. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Down by 12.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a pass to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. 6 to shoot. Back to Antetokounmpo. Over Durant. And that one's good by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got 13.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And so it's Milwaukee enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And they're... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us. A tremendous game we're seeing from Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And on the floor for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in its center.
Love the read there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, his basketball IQ is really impressive when it comes to alley-oop attempts.
Irving passes to Durant. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season, recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing, and when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go. Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Irving kicks to Harris. Back to Irving. It's Harden with the drive. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Harden's got 6.
In addition to his strength, Harden has deceptive quickness. He just has this unique knack to get by whoever's guarding him because he's strong and crafty.
On the wing, Giannis. Shot clock at 5. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Right side, Kevin Durant. And then Durant with the jam.
You know, Harden will burn you when you overcommit and leave guys open. He's excellent at sensing when you're out of position.
Little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Holiday, the pass to Middleton. Back to Holiday. Middleton on the wing, guarded by Harris. Shoots from the line, and the shot is long. Nets trail by 14. Irving drives in. He kicks to Durant. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Feeds it to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, at the rim, Jordan still, after all this time in the league, has the athleticism to get up and throw it down.
Holiday, the pass to Middleton. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. The kick out to Irving. Harris outside. Shot on the wing. That one rolling around and rims out.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jordan. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. Brown is checked in for Joe Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And there is a whistle that goes on Bryn Forbes. That's his first foul. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. Teague comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Bucks leading by 12. 16 seconds left in the third quarter. Here is Forbes. He has 5. Outside Portis. No good from outside. And so it's Milwaukee enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Nets. Green is out there with Durant. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Brown. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2-guard spot. And the Bucks making a change here. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Holiday in for Dante DiVincenzo. Lopez dishes to Holiday. In the corner, Middleton with it. Just 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. That shot misses. The Nets go the other way with it. Lobbed up there for Green. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And that is a shot that Green knocks down consistently. The defense has to try harder to contest him from there.
Giannis outside. And the dunk by Giannis.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Priority and goal number 1 has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Back to Durant. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Tell you what, that defense was physical, and yet Durant, with great balance and composure, just stayed with it.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Holiday, the pass to Forbes. Passes to Middleton. Yes, that goes in. And the Bucks lead by 10.
Well, I love the concentration and focus of Middleton. Knock him around, get physical with him, doesn't bother him at all. He stays calm and in control.
Irving dishes to Green. Taken away by Holiday. And they're on the break. Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. KD leading the charge. Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Timeout called the Bucks. So for the Nets, Johnson, he's checked in for Durant, and it's Bruce Brown in for Irving. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Chris Middleton. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Teague for Drew Holiday. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He likes where things are headed, but he cautioned them to play smart the rest of the way. He said carelessness with the ball, with assignments, with rotations, any of that can undo what we've worked to accomplish so far. Kevin, they are so close.
Ferociousness from Harden, looking like he wants to tear the rim off.
Teague, the pass to Portis. Back to Teague. The pass to Portis. Tucker with the ball. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Harden. Bobbed up there for Green. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at him.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Antetokounmpo finds DiVincenzo. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. And the Bucks lead by 6. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo against Brown. And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. 1:24 left in the fourth quarter. Harden, count it, and he'll have a chance for a three-point play. That one is on Holiday.
This is not unfamiliar territory for Harden. He is used to being the go-to guy, especially when his team needs a big hoop.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Nets. Kyrie Irving comes in for Brown.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Holiday against Harden. Holiday surveying the floor. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
With experience, skill, and ability, Holiday makes for the perfect go-to scoring option.
Harden the pass to Harris. And the Nets miss again. And so Holiday will bring it up for Milwaukee. Outside, Antetokounmpo. There's 39 seconds left in the game. 5 to shoot. Portis kicks it to Tucker. From deep three-point range, Brooklyn with the rebound.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Harris inside the line. It counts. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And Harris plays with such freedom and fearlessness. He's a guy you can count on to take and make big shots.
Now here is Holiday. And so it's the Bucks who come out on top here. This win. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Paul George is out there, Patrick Beverly. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the power forward position. And for the Nets, we've got Durant. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. Now, here's George. Ibaka, no luck. Right side, Irving. Out to Harris. Lets it go with the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotation.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season. What crafty play from Beverly. Slips the shot in and ensures good contact for the foul.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
Now here's Harden. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Beverly against Harden. Here's Ibaka. Jordan with the rebound. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. And Irving with the basket on the assist by KD.
Tremendous focus by Kyrie. Doesn't let the contact throw him off.
Out left to the wing. Ibaka down low, guarded by Jordan. Ibaka, no luck.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. That still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
The shot's good from Irving.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Ibaka. To the inside. Stolen by Durant. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And it's Jordan with the jam.
Put it up anywhere. DeAndre Jordan can go get it.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Jeff Green, he's checked in for Jordan. And then for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Ibaka. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. To the paint, here's Leonard. Cousins trying to free himself up. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got his second basket of the game. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Morris, and he converts the layup.
This is what Cousins gives you, good recognition, the ability to make plays for his teammates.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. And the rejection by Cousins. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. 1:31 left in the first. And here's Harris from the arc.
And when Morris is playing with intensity like this, his defense can really shine through.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Green slams it in.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite-level passer.
Now, here's George. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
You just love how reliable he is. Night in and night out, his offense is there.
George against Harden. Durant wide open. He fires. No good on the triple. Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Outside for Jackson. 27 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Cousins, and he uses the glass on the layup.
This is the look you want. High percentage. DeMarcus putting himself in a position to succeed.
Harden the pass to Green. Kicks it out to Harden. Green left side. Beyond the arc. Harden no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. The Clippers on top. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know.
Well, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Ibaka. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins, and it's man in at the 3. Boy, Greg, there is a lot to like offensively for Luke Kennard.
I tell you, he can shoot it. He's a crafty finisher and really improving as a passer. The question mark is the defensive end. 6'5" in height and wingspan, not elite tools, so he's got to get by on his instincts and his anticipation.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. To the middle, Dinwiddie with the steal. Jordan the pass to Dinwiddie. Outside Irving. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Jordan's got 8 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Kennard on the wing. He dishes it to Ibaka. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Ibaka's got his first points of the game. Now, here is Irving. From the line, Cousins pulls it in. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. Here's Kennard. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 3-point Clipper lead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Greg, I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that may be going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to just 1 on the basket from Brown.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Beverly the pass to man. Morris outside. Lots of room. Rebounded by the Nets.
I guess even he took this one of those once in a while.
Brown outside. He feeds it to Jordan. The kick out to Brown. Back to Jordan. And it's Jordan slamming it down.
Putting a little something extra on that one. DeAndre Jordan adding to his highlight reel.
Kennard against Dinwiddie. Ibaka wide open. He fires. His 3-pointers off the mark.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Back to Brown. The feed to Jordan. Cuts off the pass. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Now here's Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Got a piece of it. Dinwiddie passes to Johnson. 16 feet away. Jordan's shot is off.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, That's a good shot.
Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And the foul on Harden. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to.
Wow! He went
That was nice.
Letting it all hang out when George takes flight. Just enjoy the show.
Lobs it up for Jordan. And it's Durant missing.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Nets trail by 5. KD on the wing. And then Durant with the dunk.
He can break you down solo, but coming off a screen, how are you going to stop KD?
In the corner, it's Morris. Jacks up a 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were always within striking. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. DeAndre Jordan has been sensational.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
This is why you prepare. Get ready for the opportunity if it comes your way, because you may be asked to deliver.
Harris is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. So that's the Nets 5. And George gets it to go.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Inside, and the rejection by Ibaka. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Jordan trying to free himself up.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
It's stolen by Harris. Harden against George. Here's Irving. No good off the front iron. Clippers leading by 5.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Outside for Durant. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Durant's got 5.
Finally, now 1 for 5 here in the third. We'll see if that boosts their confidence.
George against Irving. Now here's George, guarded closer, and they pick up 2. George has got 4 this quarter.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the 2nd pick in the 2017 draft. That or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Jordan. And it's Green in for Durant. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Mann's checked in. Here's Ibaka. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Ibaka's got his 2nd bucket.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
On the wing, Green trying to find Harden, and he's got it now. And the basket is good.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Leonard on the wing. George with the ball. Picked up by Harris. Nobody near Leonard. No good on the three. The Nets have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. They kick it out to Green for the lead. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And the foul on Joe Harris. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Nets, Brown is checked in for Kyrie Irving, and Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson comes in for Patrick Beverly. Los Angeles with another miss. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Brown finds Harris, and trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Leonard attacking. Another shot. Ibaka down low.
Serge Ibaka.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Kennard, the pass to Ibaka. And the shot goes in. Ibaka's got 6.
Very solid, both ends of the floor. That time, Ibaka, efficient inside.
Dinwiddie against Jackson. Dinwiddie kicks to Harris.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
That's the leadership they're looking for from Jackson. Staying patient, surveying the court, locates the open man.
Harris, right side. The shot from the low post is good. Harris has got 5 points in the quarter.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Pass to man. Outside Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And Ibaka slams it in.
Kawhi has all the physical gifts, and the one thing I love, he really can pass.
Dinwiddie passes to Green. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Clippers ahead, up 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Ibaka. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Kennard in at the shooting guard position. Irving's checked in for Brooklyn. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. George is checked in. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
There's a certain resiliency to this team, and you're starting to see it.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Irving can't hit. And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Morris dishes to Leonard. Lobs it up for Ibaka. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
Here's George. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
It's good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
And Morris throws it down.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Durant in the corner. Jordan kicks to KD. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
In terms of height, Durant was not a late bloomer, already a 6-footer in middle school.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And that one's good. George has got 4 points this quarter.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
The drive by KD. Yep, that one goes in there.
The mobility of Kevin Durant. Showcase right there. So smooth getting to the rim.
And so they foul intentionally. The Nets making a switch here. Harris is checked in. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Number 4 for your Nets, Joe Harris.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He told his guys, tempo, more tempo. You've got to be quicker into transition. Push the ball. Let's get some opportunities before their defense can set up. Kevin, back to you.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Jordan the pass to Dinwiddie. Jordan trying to free himself up.
An all-defensive first-teamer. Beverly once again getting up into his man and locking him down.
Here's Morris at the elbow. It's Ibaka. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Durant. And yes, it's good. And that's now 10 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Crucial points. Kawhi stepping up to the plate when his team needs him the most.
Durant in the corner. Shoots over Leonard. Yep, it goes. And the Clipper lead is cut down to 1 in the bucket from Durant.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
George passes to Ibaka, and Ibaka slams it in.
And that could be a big bucket right there. Ibaka doesn't shy away from taking crucial shots.
Harden surveying the D. Durant for 3. That shot off. The Clippers go the other way with it. And oh, here we go with Leonard. Nobody down.
Trying to ice this one. Kawhi showing his evolution as a closer.
Here's Harden on the wing. Defended by George. Here's Jordan. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. The Clippers have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the fourth quarter. Morris passes to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
On offense, here are the Clippers. They lead by 7. Leonard finds George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call. Go.
Kevin, thanks very much. CJ
Portland is indeed one of the great cities in the NBA. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Giles, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Green, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Man, there are not many times where DJ does not just rip that rim down.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Lillard. The rebound by Harden. And the Nets with possession. Out to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. Harden, no good. Lillard. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense. And
look at that.
Another reminder that Damian Lillard can be explosive, and we love it.
Harden against Lillard. Over in the corner, Green. Shoots from the elbow. Misses off the right eye.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Down low and stolen by Kyrie Irving. And here comes Harden leading the fast break from downtown. The shot comes out. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's McCollum. Lays it up off the glass.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. Aggressive and incredibly quick end-to-end. Lillard is always a threat on the fast break.
Green, no luck. And here's Portland. Good momentum, 8 straight points. To the inside. Out to Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. And there's Lillard on the assist by Anthony. Lillard's got 8 points.
Every time they get scored on. During this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Jordan finds Green. Harden outside. Out to Harris. From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Giles has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lillard fires away from way outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And stolen by Lillard. There's the lob to Lillard. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Harden draws the double. Pass to Jordan. The 3-ball. Rebound by Nurkic. The Blazers on offense. A 12-0 run right now and counting.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
They grabbed their own miss, and that one's good. Green.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
There's 49 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Nets trail by 10. It's deflected. Stolen by McCollum. And he jams it with authority.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, the bully ball tonight has paid dividends. Highly effective down there with the physical play.
Irving finds Harris. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Lillard with the bucket.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nets. From deep 3-point range, offensive rebound on the wing, Green. Off target from 3-point range. Here's McCollum. And McCollum throws it down hard.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trailblazers. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. Naturally a ball-dominant player, James Harden talked to us about others.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal, of course.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Trailblazers enjoying a nice lead here.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Brown. He's out there with Durant. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. Shot clock at 6. And it's Brown missing.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-reaching.
Okay. Just straight quickness. Lillard showing off the effortless blowback.
In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Outside for KD. From outside, off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 21. Lillard from deep three-point land. Again, the miss by Lillard.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Great pass to set up the lay-in. Lillard's got 6 points in the quarter.
Always an appreciation for Lillard and his build, just how rugged he is, along with that fearlessness.
Here's Dinwiddie. And the Nets miss again. The Trailblazers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Up again, and Collins is right there.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
And on the way from Irving for 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. And here are the Trailblazers. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Three-pointer, Lillard drills the three-pointer. Lillard's got 22 points.
Yeah, all night long he's just been on it. He's feeling it, and Lillard will start to call his own number in some of these sets.
Claxton the pass to Dinwiddie. Here's the 3. Collins grabs the miss.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
Lillard the pass to Cannon. Back to Lillard. From deep. Right wing. Latrey buries it from three-point range. He's got 25.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
It's tipped, so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Anthony's checked in for Lillard. Then for the Nets, Jeff Green. He's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Joe Harris comes in for Bruce Brown. And it's Harden in for Irving. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you join the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid. Now he's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad that's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Here's Giles. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Anthony's got 4 assists in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now, here is Harden. He's guarded closely. There's 57 seconds left in the first half. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
Here's McCollum. From deep three-point range, the long-distance 3 is buried. McCollum's got 7 points.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard's vision, and that's a great find.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Harris. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
just a solid performance on the interior. Those rebounding has been off the charts. And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Harris, no good. Here we go, one-on-one. And here's McCollum for three. The shot will not fall.
How about Melo? Some good defense down there on the other end.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back. Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 25 points. And that...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Jones in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kanter. Harry Giles comes in for Collins. Anthony's checked in for Norman Powell. And McCollum subbed in for Jones. And finished off by Nurkic.
And Nurkic around there, big and right on top of the cylinder.
Harden with it. Lillard picks him up. The pass to Harris. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound, Nets. And Harden wide open. He shoots. The three-pointer, no good.
Not been an easy start. 3 straight misses here on these possessions.
Lillard, the pass to Giles. Fires for three. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Harris. Puts up a three. A three-pointer is right on target. Harris has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yes, but 1 drops after the 0 of 3 start.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the middle. Here's Irving. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Floats it up.
Oh, James, look out for that finish. And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. On the wing, Harris. Takes a 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
It doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
And a deep 3 from Lillard. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Harden the pass to Harris. Outside, Green. He feeds it to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Lillard attacking. And a wide open look for McCollum. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Harden with it. Now Anthony defending. Harris's shot is off.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Three-pointer, Lillard. The offensive rebound. Giles kicks to McCullough. Off target with his 3.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. Powell, he's checked in for Lillard. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Green. Brown, he's checked in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Collins comes in for Giles. Jones checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Luwawu's checked in. Pass to Powell. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And then Jones with the jam.
Well, that just scrambled the defense all kinds of ways with that great initial pass.
35 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And it's Brown missing. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. And the layup's good off the glass.
Great effort and gets in a little razzle-dazzle at the end of that one.
Yeah, why not? Show a little creativity, get inside, move that ball around, just make sure you score.
Durant for 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. There's Brown with the 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. A moment now to reset the lineups. Brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Brown. Griffin is out there with Luwawu. And it's Claxton in at the force line. Stolen by Kanter. Oh, and here we go with Collins. Nobody back. And it's slammed in by Jones.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Good job attacking the rim right there from the big man, Collins.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And then for Brooklyn, Johnson, he's checked in for Luwawu. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Dinwiddie. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Damian Lillard's checked in for the Trailblazers.
This is what you're going to get with Lillard. He's a gunner. And right now, he's gunning from deep range.
Johnson against Lillard. Brown outside. And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Portland on defense.
Portland foul call.
Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Here's Johnson. Johnson double teamed. In the corner, it's Griffin. Just 5 on the clock. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And getting out in transition has been a big part of this run that they're on.
Johnson against Lillard. Johnson inside. The feed to Griffin. They need this. No stopping him there. Jams. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Gotta like watching Lillard pull right up on the defense. Outstanding at catching him off guard.
From the arc, Portland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Brown against Powell. Johnson, the pass to Johnson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The first one falls. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Anthony's checked in, and a switch here for Brooklyn. Luwawu's checked in. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth. Lillard way outside. They get the rebound. Cantor, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up two.
Like when his motor is running and he's playing with high levels of energy, Cantor is a monster on the offensive glass.
Johnson kicks to Luwawu-Cabarrot. Off target from outside. And here are the Trailblazers. They're on an 18-4 run right now.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Trailblazers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Lillard.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
To the right side. Claxton the pass to Johnson. Makes it off the glass.
Well, some good balance from Johnson. Incredible watching him maintain that focus. Look at his eyes on the rim there on that difficult shot.
Lillard from deep three-point land. It doesn't go for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Pass to Luwawu. Johnson outside. The three. Powell pulls it in. This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level. This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
The rebound by the Nets. Johnson attacking, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Well, you can't allow the blow by there, and then Johnson embarrasses you with the big finish.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of the crowd. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it. Now it's ended up.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the center position. And for Milwaukee, Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday. And it's Middleton in at the 3 spot. Now here's Durant. Left side, Jordan. Here's Harden. Rebounded by the Bucks.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
And Antetokounmpo is just a blur. I mean, I don't know how a 7-foot guy with that wingspan and all legs and arms can be a blur, but man, he's like a lightning bolt when he gets room to roll to the basket.
And so the Milwaukee Bucks get the first points of the ballgame. From deep, Harden. The rebound by Middleton.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in. For both teams tonight, Clark, unbelievable talent up front.
Agreed. And, you know, in the trenches, in the paint is where this one's going to be decided. It's going to be won or lost there. And that's not something we say very often in this day and age with the three-point shooting, the small ball, the spacing of the floor, the pick and roll action. But it'll be different tonight. And, you know, the thing about Harden, crafty in the paint, he really finds angles and avenues to get the shots he wants when you don't think there's any angle or avenue to find.
Now here is Holiday. From deep. Harden grabs the miss. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Durant, the pass to Irving. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
KD drives in. 13 feet away. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Durant.
Man, the confidence Irving has is something I really appreciate. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he gets it and not afraid of any kind of shot.
Now here's Middleton. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Harden. Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Out to Harris. It's Durant on the wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. Jeff Green is checked in for Jordan. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Harden against DiVincenzo. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Irving kicks to Green. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Bobby Portis is checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. And a great move by Portis.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Brown. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Connaughton passes to Portis. No good that time. Great D that time from Green. Nets trail by 4. Here's Irving. Good. And Harris gets the assist.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception is the combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
Great open look there. Irving's got 6. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here is Forbes. No points in the game yet for him. And it's Irving with the rebound. And here is Brown. The pass to Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Bucks lead by... This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was asked about his goal.
For me personally, I just want to get better. I want the team to get better.
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Joe Harris is out there with Green. Then there's Brown. And it's Claxton in at the center. 5 on the clock. Here's Teague. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. 2 points. That one goes. Lopez has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Bucks. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Pass to Harris. It's stolen by Teague. Pushing it up. Here's Antetokounmpo, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Teague. Portis trying to free himself. Good D by Harden.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Teague against Harden. Portis. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Portis has got his second basket. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Bucks leading by 4. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got his first basket.
Middleton, a scorer by nature, that time showing you he can find his teammates too.
In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Here's Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Pass to Brown. He feeds it to Jordan. And it's sent back by Lopez.
Great timing on Lopez's part there to swat down that attempt.
DiVincenzo finds Holiday. Back to DiVincenzo. Holiday looking over the floor. 6 on the shot clock. Lobbed up there for Lopez. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. KD's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I think we're all aware of Durant's in-the-gym range as a shooter. I mean, seriously, I don't think there's a shot he can't make.
Giannis outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
No good from Durant.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. There's 45 seconds left now here in the second. Rebounded by the Nets. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Dinwiddie with the ball. And 2 shots. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving it. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, you've got to recognize how active Middleton is on defense. I mean, this is a guy that you can't afford to be careless.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in control with the 9-point lead.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that'll about...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Connaughton in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Out to Harris. Durant with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Passes it to DiVincenzo. Now the pass to Lopez. And that one drops. Lopez has got the lead up to 13 now for the Bucks.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Harris outside. And the three off target. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Tries from 16, off the left rim and out. Nets trail by 13.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen.
And fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
Harden against Holiday. Outside, out of the Kumbo. Good. With time running down in the shot clock. Giannis has got 12 in the game.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Connaughton passes to Lopez. Back to Connaughton. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo sinks the three-pointer. DiVincenzo's got his first 3 points of the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
It's Harden with the drive and Harden with the stuff.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot. And paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
Puts it up from 12. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. The three from KD. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. KD's got 5 points now in the quarter. And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention 4-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Lopez with the steal.
The big fella with the big finish. Lopez rocking that rim.
And the Nets with possession here. It's a 13-point game. Harden surveying the D. Pops it up for Jordan. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Boy, Jordan is an alley-oop specialist. A big target with strength and bounce.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. Holiday with it. Four on the shot clock. There's the lob to the hoop. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Feeds it to Jordan. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
That was some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Bucks leading by 11. Now here is Holiday. Floats it up for Giannis. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We come back right after this. And there have been two very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him when we used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. We've got Brown, also Green out there, and it's Claxton in at the 5. Pass to Irving. Three-pointer. That one, no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. Teague, the pass to Portis. Tucker with the ball. Back to Portis. Banked in off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 15.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Irving passes to Claxton. Now, here is Irving. He's covered closely. Brown wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Clock at 6. Hangs. And it's good on the way in. Teague's got 4 points this quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Irving with a clean look, and the Nets miss again.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now Teague to the paint. Dinwiddie with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Irving. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Tell you what, this is what Irving can do now. He'll leak out and then make the right read in transition.
Here's Teague. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Portis. No good there off the double clutch. Nets trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Claxton, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Outside Teague. 6 to shoot. Pass to Portis. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 3 assists now in this one.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Bucks.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Brook Lopez.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Brown, the pass to Claxton. Up and in on the layup.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
And so it's Milwaukee now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Teague against Irving. And here is Teague. Outside Portis from deep. It's hauled in by Brown. Dinwiddie outside from deep. A shot, no good. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Los Angeles. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Joe Harris. Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Jordan. And it's KD in at the 4 slot. And for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley out there with Paul George. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. The shot misses. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. George against Irving. And George with the stuff.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Now here's Irving. In the corner, Harden over George. Harden's shot is off.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it.
The power on that prudence.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
Harden the pass to Durant. For 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. On offense, here are the Clippers. 4-point game. Basket good.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
The Nets have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Outside Jordan, Paul George with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Now, here is Harden. Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by Beverley.
Oh, my God. They can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. And finished off by Leonard.
Building up a big early lead. They have taken charge of this game.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
Jordan finds Harden. Fires the 3. No good on that one. Excellent D there from George. To the middle. Kicks it out to Leonard. Pass to Ibaka. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I'll tell you, this was their strategy coming in. They obviously identified a weakness there inside. He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
George, no good. Nets trail by 12. And now here's Durant, the fast break opportunity. Stolen by Beverley. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Beverley.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
They came in prepared, focused, and really jumped on the other team early.
Durant wide open, he fires. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And If you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Left side, Leonard. Outside, George. Ibaka, and Ibaka is right there. Ibaka's got 6.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Harris, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Morris with the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Harden outside. The pass to Irving. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. On offense, here are the Clippers. They're on an 18-4 run. Dinwiddie against Jackson. From deep three-point range, Kennard's shot is off.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown, and it's Dinwiddie in at the point.
Nice find by Luke. Shows good vision in both half court and in transition.
Green, the pass to Dinwiddie. There's the 3. They get it back.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Pass to Kennard. Dinwiddie with some nice D.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
Here's Harris. Here's Claxton. Plays it up and banks it in.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
And here's Jackson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
It doesn't matter that Cousins plays with that much weight. The quick first step is a great equalizer.
Out to the right wing. Claxton the pass to Brown. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And here's Morris for 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Morris has got 7 points.
And this is in Morris's wheelhouse right here. Extremely fluid with the catch and release. And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Kicks it to Brown. Second shot opportunity. That one a little long.
The defense was begging him to take that shot, and he took the bait, but you can't blame him.
Morris, no good. Nets trail by 13. It's stolen by Morris. Pass to Mann. And here's Kennard. He's covered by Brown. Shot's good by Kennard.
With good size for a two-guard, Luke Kennard can finish in the paint.
And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Brooklyn Nets. Passes to Harris from past the arc. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
In the corner, it's Morris. That three off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Brown. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. We hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you know, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in is their defensive approach. You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Durant deciding where to go with it. 51 seconds left to play in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. Harden against George. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Clippers leading by 15. From deep. Kevin Durant with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
.26 seconds left in the first half. George way outside from beyond the arc and then some. George has got 7 now in this quarter. Harden outside. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside, George. And so it's Los Angeles in command with a 16-point lead. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They're leading by 16. Kenny, how'd you... And that does it for our...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Paul George really making a difference here.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Pocket is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Paul George. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Left side, Irving. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Irving's got his first bucket in this one.
The thing about Kyrie, he has great natural balance when setting up for the jumper.
Beverley with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. And Jordan sends it back. And there's the pass to Morris. Fires from deep. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's George. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. George has got 11 points. Nets trail by 16. In the corner, Irving with it. Offline with his three. Clippers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And he gets it to go. 8 points for him.
The power, the length, the ability to finish. Leonard dominant in that painted area.
KD passes to Irving. On the wing, Harris. Pass to Jordan. 5 to shoot. That one wide left. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Left side, Leonard. And he banks in the layup.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Irving. Outside Jordan. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Kawhi Leonard. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Dinwiddie with it. Leonard picks him up. The 3 from KD. Kennard with the rebound.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
They get it again. Kicks it out to Leonard. A second chance effort. He lays it in. Leonard's got 6 in the quarter.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Dinwiddie dishes to Green. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
Irving against Jackson. Count the basket. Jackson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Lots of contact. Jackson with the strength to power through. Something he didn't have when he first entered the league.
Irving from long range. The Clippers grab the miss. That's a 2 from Kennard. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
They've taken nothing for granted. You can see they're playing the moment rather than the score.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strength and body control of Reggie Jackson gives them an edge against physical defense, potential and one.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Mann's checked in. And then for Brooklyn, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Brown in for Durant. Nets have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. Over in the corner, Green. Back to Dinwiddie. To halt the run. Here's Claxton. It's blocked. They get it back. And another shot. And Dinwiddie lays it in. Dinwiddie's got 6.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
By himself, rips down the breakaway slam.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention, someone's often left open.
The drive by Jackson and the dunk by Jackson.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
For them, the first half was maybe more of a filling out process. Now it's winning time.
Perfect. And the rejection by Ibaka. And so it's Los Angeles, holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Tyler Johnson. He's out there with Brown. Griffin is out there with Luwawu. And it's Claxton in at the 4.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
That's his
First free throw is good.
at the line for your Clippers, Terrence Bed, taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Nets shooting 32% overall right now. Not one of their better showings. Johnson against Rondo. There's Brown with the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
That's a shot the defense looked like it was willing to give up. Big mistake.
Outside Rondo. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
What passion from Rondo on that drive. Just relentless on how he takes it straight to the defense.
Pass to Luwawu. Here's Claxton. And here's Brown outside. They get it back. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. Jackson has the open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 12 points in just the second half. Rondo against Johnson. The putback, and Griffin stays with it.
An underrated aspect of Griffin's game, his tremendous instincts on the glass.
Rondo against Johnson. Rondo passes to Zubac. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Johnson kicks to Brown. Back to Johnson. Brown outside. Count that bucket.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
Rondo looking over the floor. Here's Zubac. Again, Los Angeles. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone. Johnson dishes to Brown. Rondo against Johnson. Back to Brown. This one for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Man passes to Jackson.
The burst of Jackson makes him a hard guy to stick with and difficult not to foul him.
Reggie Jackson.
And he makes the first. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Good on both. Now here's Johnson. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Passes it to Luwawu. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
He hits both from the stripe. 1:56 left to play here in the fourth. Rondo with it, and Griffin picks him up defensively. And Griffin sends it back.
Griffin has great timing. That's the reason why he blocked that shot.
Johnson, the pass to Claxton. Back to Johnson. There's the pass to Llewellyn. Dishes it to Griffin. Clock at 6. And then Griffin with the dunk.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for George.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
On the wing, Johnson. Outside for Griffin. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Patrick Patterson.
When you think of low post scorers, you got to put Griffin down there. Yes, he likes to face up, but with his back to the basket, he's pretty good as well as drawing fouls.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Here's Rondo, and again the Clippers good for 2.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And that one drops for him.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage. One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
Rondo with it. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up.